Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Basement Card Collector. My name is Jason, I'm a grown man, and I love the hobby of collecting sports cards. Actually, that's not really me, that's what our best buddy BK says over at Mac Wax Stacks in his intro on his channel. And we are making a VR to celebrate him and his awesome channel and all the things that he does for this community. He's asking for a VR to nominate the one player you would put up for the Mount Stachmore Hall of Fame, the inaugural class. And he would like you to show some cards and nominate the player you would like to see on the Mount Rushmore. And before we get to that, and for our best buddy BK over there, I did find some things I thought would go well with his channel. I'd like to point them out if we can real quick. Joining us to the far left of the stage is our buddy Santa Claus. And if you're looking at that sweet mustache, he is donning the Hoosier basketball uniform. He does have an excellent beard, obviously, but the mustache game that Santa Claus has is also probably underrated. Sliding to the next, Andre Dawson with his own 1989 mustache. A really cool card of a Fred Rogers non-mustache card. However, it did come from our buddy Brent. He did send that in a set, and I just think it's a really cool card. I think it's an iconic card that people just, they should have one. I did dig out a Hulk Hogan card for this episode as well. BK is a huge wrestling fan and has a really great Hulk Hogan collection. Also comes with his own mustache. I also dug into the Illinois State Police Cubbies team set and found a Hall of Fame mustache to join us today, Mr. Billy Williams. And a really cool, it just happened to work out well for this VR, a Mount Rushmore card that we had some family travel out there. Maggie, Ronald and Ruby. Maggie, she is a huge Toy Story fan, and so up above Billy Williams you can see there's a Woody and Buzz Lightyear. Maggie, I did that for you. And a Superman figurine joining us today with the Mount Rushmore and the Mount Stachmore. And if I had some really cool computer skills, I might even put up a few players on that card, but I don't. And the final thing, which is a very cool, I guess, memento, if you will, that is my mustache coffee cup. And actually, this morning, it's kind of game used. We just finished up some of that, but I thought this would be a perfect little piece to set on the video for our best buddy Brent as we discuss some mustaches that they just deserve their own video. And so we're for what it's worth, Brent, you're just awesome. I love watching your videos. I like getting a sneak peek into your card room. I love your card wall. I just love what you do there, and I really hope to meet up someday at maybe one of these card shows or just somewhere. I just think it'd be cool, and I just want to get this video out there for you. So please check his channel out. I know you do. We already watch him, I'm sure of it. But let's take a peek at some of the mustaches I dug out, and we'll lead up to my nominee for the Mount Stachmore for his channel and for his first Hall of Fame class. Here we go, and I have one more one of one card, Brent. I'll bet you haven't seen this, but it's Andre the Giant in a mustache card. I don't know if that's rare, if that's a thing you've seen before, but I thought that for sure would go well. Two reasons why. It's a giant card, man. And it's another wrestling card, which I thought would go well. So let's take a peek here. Let's get into a couple warm-up mustaches that I know we've seen guys like this for the time being, but I just wanted to show some. How about an 84 Jim Rice, Caterpillar, All-Star, and a Willie McGee. Looks like he's sniffing something that maybe he's not a big fan of, but that's an MVP Willie McGee. let's take a peek at a cartoon mustache that is well known, Hall of Fame worthy, maybe, but the 91 Mattingly on the cartoon mustache on the Provision. That set is just amazing, and I try to pick those up whenever we can in that dime box and build that set over and over again. But there's Donnie Baseball and his cartoon mustache. Probably been nominated on other channels, but not in this one. So we'll give him an honorable mention vote, if you will. Now, BK, you probably know this, but unless you are donning one of the premier mustaches in the league, you really cannot be a closer for my Chicago Cubs. And what I say is, check out the collection of stashes we can find out here in Chicago Cubby in the bullpen, knocking down the saves. So a very short career for the Cubbies, but how about Doug Jones? That has got some girth, it has some length, and just some good body. But Doug Jones. What about another short-term Cubby, but great facial hair to match the mullet? Rod Beck. And he was only there for a minute, but he had a 51 save season for those Cubbies, and that's why I pulled this shiny Fleer Metal Rod Beck. And actually, the next two are in the Hall of Fame variety, but check out, and again, these are pretty famous, and they have popped up in other videos I have seen. Mr. Goose Gossage. I picked the 89 Fleer because, well, you can clearly see why we chose that. But another closer for the Cubbies, and one more Hall of Famer for the Cubbies, Mr. Dennis Eckersley. Probably better known for other teams, but not on this channel. Cubbies all the way. And again, he's also known for a good matching hairdo to go along with that. So two Hall of Famers, but some really good closers. And you just have to have, apparently, a mustache to save 40 games a season. I don't know. And I have a couple other Cubbies just because that's what I like to do. Again, he's been mentioned on your channel several times, BK, but what would be a mustache video without Dave Kingman? That's an all-star mustache from the 1981 Topps. He's just proud to have it, too. I mean, wouldn't you also? I mean, and then I found a really shiny, thick mustache on the Topps Chrome of Mr. Bill Buckner. And that refractory shine doesn't really pop on the mustache. I see they left that out. Kind of does its own work there, but one Bill Buckner for the stage today. I thought we could give Bill Buckner some shine. And the final Cubby that we're going to mention, BK, how many videos out there for your contest has shown? We're going back to the Illinois State Police and an old style Cubbies team set and an autograph, Mr. Bob Brenly. And that black and white photo doesn't really do that mustache that justice, but it is an autograph, Bob Brenly. And I thought, look how happy he is to have the mustache. It's like it couldn't be a happier camper. That's Mr. Bob Brenly. Okay, we are down to my nominee, what I think should have its own wing on the Mount Stachmore for your channel, Mr. BK. Check out this card. We're talking 5 cards, and I think I actually sent you a copy of this one time on the 1982 Topps Home Run Leaders. We're talking 5 players, which is uncommon in itself. And then you look at the mustache game on all 5 of the players here. We're talking 2 Hall of Famers, Mike Schmidt and Eddie Murray, Tony Armas, Dwight Evans, and Bobby Grich. I wish I had some graphic skills because, first of all, 5 players on one card, 5 mustaches on one card. I think this might be the world record holder of mustaches on one card per capita. Look it up. I think I read that somewhere. 5 mustaches, and those are not the pencil thin mustache variety. Those are getting it done mustaches. So none of the 5 players you see here are my vote, but I wanted to at least put that out there that there's a 5 really quality mustache card out there to be had. And then that gets us to my vote, Mr. BK, for the inaugural class of the Mount Stachmore Hall of Fame. And I don't think it's even he's almost a no-doubter. You cannot talk about mustaches, Major League Baseball, and not talk about this player right here. And I chose to start with this one because, well, because here he is without that famous mustache. Mr. Raleigh Fingers on a beat-up Pacific card. You can see there, I think some youngster had this card and was probably upset at this card because they finally pulled a Raleigh Fingers. And he got kind of cheated and got the baby-faced version. So we are not putting this on the stage today, but I wanted to at least pass along. I found 5 or 6 cards here that were just kind of random that really showcase the Hall of Famer Raleigh Fingers. Here he is on the disc, on the Fang Burger, with that famous curl. I don't know if we can actually show all of these cards, but I just picked a couple that were just classic. Look at the 86 Fleer. Looks like it's photo day, and he did some extra work on this for sure. Look at the curl. Man, that is so awesome. I went to 79 Tops. This kind of gives this side angle. You can see it kind of popping out on the corner on the left handlebar. Just Padre. And look, another like empty stadium behind him. So I don't know if they could really notice that. But then went back to the Brewers on the 86 Tops. I think this is the first Raleigh Fingers card I ever had. And it's a small glimpse at that mustache, but it has a good number. Might be one of his last playing days cards. But here are the 3 winners that I chose, and it kind of goes along with that Cubby vibe. You have to be a closer, I think, to have great facial hair. And so here we are in 1984, and again, there's the Goose rocking that giant like Fu Manchu. He just looks intimidating. There's Raleigh with the classic handlebar. And the first mention of Mr. Dan Quisenberry, he's just happy to be on a card with those other great mustaches. But again, 3 players, 1 card, 3 mustaches. Here's the second Dan Quisenberry, happy to be here with Mr. Raleigh Fingers and the Padre stash. Tom Hume is probably wondering, that's why I finished not as the leader. I tied Raleigh, but if I had a mustache like that, well. And the final card, which I think showcases another Cubby reliever with Raleigh Fingers, but he's in the wrong uniform. You'll have to bear with me with that. But Mr. Bruce Sutter, here's Raleigh again on the 1982. Bruce Sutter, Raleigh Fingers, and that just kind of gives the good hairdo combo with the curl. But that beard is legit. Love it. So there you go, Mr. BK. Your channel is awesome. I really think you deserve more subs than you have. And whatever that's worth, I don't mind that. I just think your channel is awesome. I love checking out your cards. Love the sets you build. I really liked your basketball video here not too long ago with all the Topps cards. I thought that was awesome. Just love seeing what you do, man. And so I just can't say enough. Please check his channel out. I know you do, but if you don't, Mac Wax Stacks, BK, Brent, you're the man, and I just hope that goes well for you. And I just really appreciate you, and you folks out there, thank you for watching. Of course, Mount Stachmore Hall of Fame nominee, Raleigh Fingers. Thank you folks for watching. We'll see you next time.